Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. We're going to take a quick look here at Atom, see what's going on. I just double checked one of our long positions here we have open, kind of see where we're at with this. Honestly, if you're still concerned with it, I would just recommend closing it because it's definitely a 50-50 shot right now. But if we can break above this descending trend line, we should have a good chance at doing well. Once more, a lot of this is just pending on Bitcoin, really. The whole concept is for Bitcoin to be able to maintain its range, which it has, but it's had a lot of manipulative wicks to the downside and to the upside. Kind of hit the reset button on a lot of coins. So I would just keep that in mind. That's half the reason why this is performing so poorly. It was supposed to break through its most recent resistance and continue, but it never goes the way exactly you want it to. So again, if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Hope you're learning something here today. If you want to become a better trader, CryptoCash.tech is a site. Link down below where you can learn to become a better trader with our trading academy, community, and signals group. So quickly to note here, we're going to just double check the liquidation here. It's a pretty solid amount of liquidation just below the price action. So wouldn't be surprised if we see a wick down to like 960, 950 range just to kind of hit that last level of liquidity and then bounce off. But again, the more intensity we're seeing here, the more likely the price is to not come any lower because we have a point of control there at about the 960, 970 range. Okay, I'll show that on the charts here in a minute, but we also have heavy concentration about 1080, 1090. That was supposed to be swept before the price pulled back, but of course it hasn't. Okay, so again, hindsight's 2020, but at this point, if we look at the daily time frame, we'll go ahead and talk about a few key factors here. So first things first, we're going to zoom in a little bit here, look at the daily time frame, and just kind of recognize a couple of important things here. Okay, so if we kind of look at this time frame here, we're going to look at the moving averages and quickly double check. We're kind of hanging out right in this little area of support. So we got all three moving averages kind of right in the middle of that, right there at that range. Okay. Now we've got a larger time frame here. We can see this point of control here at about 10.15. We saw that yesterday where the price tried to get up to about $10 and got rejected. A lot of that, again, hinges on Bitcoin doing poorly at the low 51K range yesterday, but generally speaking, we closed at 51.5 or higher. My speculation is altcoins like Atom and others will start to come back and recover within 24 to 48 hours once Bitcoin can stabilize at 51,500 or higher. If that doesn't happen, we probably see further continuation of the downside. But regardless of how that looks, we can summarize here that we're still tentatively bullish on the daily. We can see stochastic swinging down here, and as long as the price doesn't go any further, we should be able to see that bottom out. We're right at 50 on the RSI, just below, but once again, today's candlestick hasn't closed yet. So generally speaking, we're right at that pivot point, right, where the price could recover or it'll continue lower. Exactly the reason why we have a stop loss right in the 950 range, to ensure that we minimize our loss if the price continues lower, because if it does break that level, then there's a solid chance it'll continue much further down. Okay, so keep in mind we got a MACD divergence on the horizon, hasn't fully formed yet, but it's kind of looking like conflicting information here. Basically, we got some good support based on the moving averages, but once more we are losing support on those moving averages, kind of letting us know with the exponential moving averages rather with stochastic and MACD. They're kind of letting us know the price wants to pull back further. But as we can see here, we're plateauing pretty nice here and sideways for the moment. Okay. So the fact of the matter is, it does look like Atom has hit its bottom. We got our 200-day SMA hanging out there at about 963. We can see MACD's trying to converge, hasn't yet, and we're also below 50 on the RSI. So generally a bearish sign, but with traditional RSI being at its point and stochastic swinging up, with the money flow index increasing, that is some strength coming back into this coin. Okay, so in other words, the price action staying right where it's at is a good sign. It's telling us that the price is more likely to increase than decrease from here. Once more, pending Bitcoin doesn't do an instant drop. If Bitcoin just hits 50,000, for example, we're going to see that stop loss set. We're going to see the price continue lower, right? So if you can't handle that, I would say just cut your losses, right? That's all part of trading. Me personally, I'm not willing to cut my loss in this one just because it's, first of all, small position size, small leverage, and for the most part, we can see that generally speaking, we're not in terrible shape here. We got some decent support. Okay, but there's no doubt that there's that liquidation here down below at about 960, 950, that very well could be another area that is retested. So just keep that in mind. But once more, the more volume that accumulates at that price point, the more support we have. And it's kind of letting us know that people are not willing, whoever's investing in Atom right now, they feel like $9.80 roughly is a solid amount of, is basically a solid area there for us. Okay. Now take a look at the hourly. Let's quickly verify a couple of things here with each Ichimoku cloud. We're still below the cloud. But good news is here, this lagging span being within the price action implies you should close your short position if you have one open, letting us know that a long position might be viable in the relative near future. Okay. Furthermore, we got conversion line above the baseline here. Not great, but it is there, letting us know that we have slight momentum. The truth here is, though, if we can continue to, we can start establishing, a higher high here, that would be super important. So again, oops, wrong button there. So if we do this here, just say for example we get the price action to pull up here and continue higher. If we can get a closure somewhere above this level here, about 950, or sorry, 990, preferably $10 or higher, we're going to be in much better shape. Now again, we're not going to be out of the woods exactly because we're still underneath the cloud here, but generally speaking here, getting above this descending trend line is going to be a first step to maintaining that either range-bound activity or breaking free from that and establishing higher highs and higher lows and pursuing an uptrend. Okay, so again, all those things are contingent on Bitcoin not being a terrible piece of whatever you want to call it, and continue to consistently just raking down every time it comes up. Right? These are the big old reset buttons for most altcoins. And again, the main reason why this is happening is because Atom is a profitable coin. A lot of coins that are previously doing well, they're going to start feeling the pinch here because Bitcoin's pulling back, and Bitcoin dominance was on the rise. Keep in mind now, Bitcoin dominance is pulling back. So in general, we're actually looking pretty good here for alts to start kind of stabilizing. Okay, so again, pretty cool stuff here. Be sure to just be careful with your trading, no matter how you look at it. But I would say at this point, we shouldn't see a price point tremendously lower. We may see one more last liquidity sweep to the downside of that 960 range, and the price pivot from there. But at this point, I think it's still in pretty decent shape. Again, it's not by any stretch a bullish scenario, but it's certainly not extremely bearish anymore. And if we can break free from this descending trend, I think we're going to have a good chance to kind of establish some new beginnings here. So really cool stuff here for Adam. Thanks again for watching. Hope you learned something today. Make sure you check out Bitunix, phenomenal exchange, link down below, cryptocash.tech as well if you're curious about becoming part of our community. If not, either way, jump on over to our Discord. There's no cost there. We're all just learning and growing together. It's a really cool thing. So check it out. Thanks again for watching. Hope you all have a great rest of the day. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. That helps out a ton. Really appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.